Hi everybody, this is another companion tutorial for the Flower Fairy outfit by KeLibu. I'm going to be showing you today how you can add some color to the bodice leaves for this pattern by using alcohol-based markers. Now, I'm sure there's other ones out there, but the ones that I know of are the Prismacolor Premiers, Copic markers, and Sharpies. I'm going to be using the Prismacolor today because that's the brand I happened to find that had the color that I wanted. You're also going to need this colorless blender. This is going to help your lines blend in a little more softly and be less defined so it doesn't look like you drew onto your leaf. I'm doing it on top of a piece of craft foam because the color will bleed through, so you want to protect your work surface. And you also want to do a spot test on your fabric before you try doing it on your good piece. So I'm using a polyester taffeta, and I did the test and it worked okay. I'm going to be using, oh, not that end, there's a thick end here. I'm going to be using this small end, and I'm just going to color down the center of the leaf. Not really being too careful, just kind of spreading the color on here. And I'm just going to kind of feather it out a little bit from the center here. And then I'm going to go and add some veins. Now the marker is going to soak into the fabric, so I found that with these veins, some of them I had to go over a couple of times to get them the color that I wanted. So right now you can see it's looking very much as though I've drawn on this leaf with a marker, which I don't like the way that looks. So I'm going to take my colorless blender now, and this time I'm using the chisel tip side. And I'm just going to go in and start blending. Now, when I did my test on this taffeta fabric, I found that the section that I had used the colorless blender on stayed darker even when it was dried. So I'm going to go ahead and make sure that I get the entire piece of the leaf covered, even the sections that I'm not really blending here. And as you can see, as I work this colorless blender in to the colored sections, it starts to soften the look of it somewhat, which makes it look more like a color variation in the leaf rather than just some marker marks that I've drawn on there. So you just keep blending until you're happy with the results, and you can go back and add darker color, or maybe you want to add two tones. I'm just doing the one darker color here. Keep blending it till you're happy, and then go ahead and sew up the center spine of the leaf like it says to do in the pattern instructions. Here's one that I had done earlier, and I did go back and add a little bit of color to the veins once I'd sewed it up because I wasn't entirely happy with how it looked. So you can go in and play with it, and then make sure that it dries completely before you go ahead and heat seal the edges, because these are alcohol-based markers, so you want to be very safety conscious. So I hope you've enjoyed that, and this gives you some ideas of how you can embellish your bodice. Thank you very much for watching.